Getting awards. And somehow
was that a botched receipt?
Eminence, do you wanna kick things off, Eminence, please? Because I don't.
I feel like we need to hear from you first. I feel like we need to hear from you first.
Eminence, do you want to kick things off? Because Eminence, I don't know what to say. Eminence, do you want to kick things off?
Eminence, let me kick it off.
Abdullahi, please kick things off. Abdullahi, go for it.
It is funny because it's not even an annoyance anymore.
Abdullahi, we've gone past that. I'm weak. Shout about what?
All I need right now is just one more point to avoid the relegation. Just 40 points is fine.
No, you're lying. Wait, sir. Palace are 3 points behind us now?
Yes, sir. If they win their next match, we go to 13th. So I love what is happening to Chelsea Football Club. I want it to keep happening. The more you keep happening, the more Chibi Potter is not good enough. We have to, I said it on this team long time ago. Todd Bowley and Egbali has blood in their hand. They have to explain to the fan base what exactly going on. Why does it take long to let go of Potter? If he's not good, then they should have sacked him after the Southampton match. Why were we staying on after the Southampton match? That's a question I don't know what the board are doing. So you are telling me, and according to Fabrizio and Austin are saying it, Enrique was ready before the Madrid match. He wanted to take the job. But what did the Chelsea boardroom say? We are going to wait for Junior Nagelsmann. Are you kidding me right now? When the manager is ready to take up the job, you think you want to wait till the summer? So until we get into relegation, before you know what they are doing. So I'm not surprised, but the most annoying part about it is the people in the panel here. What does Messi, Matt, and Gallagher have to do in every match is keep playing matches?
Listen, I'm not blaming them for this game, bro.
I'm not blaming them for this game. I'm looking at the managers. I'm like, please, HH, we have a person to talk to each other, HH. I know Lampard is a Chelsea legend, is a blah, blah, blah. I understand that. I don't give an F about it. I know because we have Drogba as a legend, there's John Terry, there's John Ebim, a lot of legends in Chelsea Football Club. And I repeat myself again, Frank Lampard played under Carlo Ancelotti and Jose Mourinho. Yeah. Those are world-class managers where he can tap in and experience about.
No. Okay, can you please tell me the logic of bringing Lampard? So things are already bad, but you're going to bring a guy who was sacked twice because he was so bad. Like, I'm like, it's a basic logic. If you're going through a bad spell, shouldn't you hire somebody who is good at that job at management? So this manager isn't working. Let's actually bring a manager who has been successful. How do you bring a manager who has been a failure? Like, where is the logic there?
I'm so happy. I am very happy this is happening. I'm so much happy this is happening. I wanted it to happen from the minute Graham Potter, whatever is Harry Potter, the manager. The Harry Potter I know in my entire life is the one I read in university, a book, and the one I watched on the show. I never knew any Harry Potter called a manager. But you are bringing him now to do what? I don't know. Now you're bringing him Potter, and I'm asking myself, how did Chelsea become a process club? Because I started supporting this club in 1998. So I'm confused where we became a process in terms of, okay, we'll give Chelsea a process, so we're gonna be fine. So it's hard to kid me right now, and I'm enjoying what is happening. Let's keep losing. Let's keep losing. Maybe when we get to 70,
I'm like, how can you say you're enjoying? Why you can't? How can you say you're enjoying?
I'm faster guy, man, and I'm the happiest guy on earth right now. Let's keep losing. When we lose, maybe proper Chelsea fans who have their highs but cannot see. Maybe
but see, I'd like see because I saw something. Someone, I think it was Ralph who sent it to me in my DM. So they're now bowing Bowley.
Exactly now.
Why? No. So like that. So Lampard takes no blame here. Bowley should take blame. Players should take blame. Because here's the thing. No. Everybody should take blame. What we're not going to do is not call it as it is. Yeah. These guys have gotten worse. They were bad before. They've gotten worse, and they've gotten worse because of Lampard.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact.
For me, watching these Chelsea team players under Potter and now transgender under Lampard, I don't think these players are bad. It's just about what the manager is telling them to do in terms under Tuchel. When I watch the training picture under Tuchel, I can see a tactical instruction, movement, direction all around in Chelsea team. I'm like, under Potter, I'm not seeing anything. Only one under Lampard, all I'm just seeing is a lot of them running, shooting. When you get into the pitch, shoot, 0. Pass 5-yard passes to each other, 0. And I'm asking myself, this same Lampard that get Everton almost relegated, this same Lampard did not get Derby County into the playoff. So you are bringing a man. I do not care. I'll repeat myself. Chelsea fans listening, if you are listening to me, the match-going fans, open your ear and hear if you have ear. I don't give an F about him being a legend.
It doesn't matter, man.
Club.
No. I'm like, you cannot get. No, I'm like, I know these people. I live near and around these people. I'm like, you can't get through to them. You cannot get through to these guys. Because I'm like, you can talk from now to get down. You'll say that I know he was a legend as a player, his brother as a manager. He's a legend as a player, he's a horrendous manager. Legend as a player, horrendous manager. They won't see sense. So to the point where you have seen that tactically, we got the... I'm like it. I've been watching Chelsea since the 90s, since 96. Mm-hmm. This is the worst performance I've ever seen from Chelsea in my entire life. I have never seen a team completely and totally That's Barca game in 2012. Remember, that was 10 men. And still, Chelsea still has some kind of... I've never seen Chelsea tactically and totally destroyed and dominated like this in my entire life.
For me...
Never. It's never happened.
When Ken Bates was there, before even Abramovich bought the club, we're still kind of doing very well. But Abramovich was the club. People keep saying Chelsea is the second manager. And Abramovich came and said, I want to win and dominate the whole entire world football.
Abdullahi, 26 shots. Look, let me bring up these stats. Okay, keep talking. Let me bring up these stats. Keep talking.
What you're doing right now just
stupid man Lampard, all because of the play and so forth, man.
You know why I'm laughing? Why I'm laughing is I expect this to happen. Since the minute the boardroom decided to let go of Tuchel, I understand why, because of what happening. And you bring in Potter, kudos, congratulations to Chelsea Football Club. Now we're becoming a process club. And I ask myself, okay, you bring in Potter to do what? Nothing. Now you made that mistake. You let go of Potter. Instead of letting him go after the Southampton match, you kept him on board until recent when you let. Now you not kill everything. You brought a Lampard.
26 God damn! 2 shots on target at the crib. 2 shots on target.
I'm like, look at your manager.
Welbeck have more goals than 100 million.
I would like you look at your manager. I would like you look at your manager. Look at your manager.
This is it now. This is it. See. Me as a fans, I've already said, I said it already. I locked up for a very long time, and I will say it again. I am happy this stuff is happening, and may Almighty Allah make it keep continuing. And I want it to keep continuing. If Todd Bowley and Egbali is listening and they have here, I will say to my language, if you have here that you can use to hear. This is not Bolton, Stoke City, Crystal Palace. With due respect, Aston Villa. This is Chelsea Football Club. This club has an heritage. So if you want to become an idiot buying a football club, you don't know how to run a football club. Get the F out of the club and go and own Los Angeles Dodgers. Go and stay there. Leave those people. Let the people. Actually, they hired a footballing people. Let them make those decisions. Why are you interfering? Why?
No, but no. But I'm lucky. This is a wicked, man. For the best part of 20 years, everything that Abramovich built in the space of 6 months, it has all been destroyed. Do you know how for everything that Abramovich built in months, you've destroyed it? You've destroyed it.
Should have left UK alone.
It's fair point.
Eminence, talk to me, man. Eminence, talk to me.
You know what, Hitchens, yeah? I watched the Wolves game last week, and I'm like, this is the worst performance I've seen. Lampard said, you know what, hold my beer, bro. Because this game, yeah, I don't know how Brighton only scored 2 goals. They should have scored like 7.
Eminence, it should have been, and this is not joke, it should have been at least 5. At least five.
Hitchens, I didn't see no style of play. I didn't see no pressing. I didn't see nothing, bro. I didn't see.
And also, Eminence, don't blame this on too many players and so forth. No, because Eminence, as bad as Potter was, this is worse than Potter.
This is worse.
This is worse.
Lampard is the worst manager we've ever had, bro.
Yes.
Ever.
Yes.
Ever. Like this guy is shocking, bro. And I don't feel sorry for Bowley. Guy came in. He goes, "Oh, I'm gonna sack Potter. I'm gonna bring in Lampard." What are you thinking, bro? Enrique was out there. Bring him in. You're saying, you're gonna wait till the summer. Are you crazy?
No. But Eminence, this is what happens when you ask James Corden for advice. This is what happens. This is what happens when you ask James. Listen, when you ask James Corden for advice, you get 26 shots, 10 on targets at home. That's what happens.
In the first half, it could have been like 6. In the first half, it could have been 6. Genuinely, you could.
No. Eminence, 2 shots on target. One of them was a deflection that ended up in the goal.
Yeah.
So really, Chelsea only had actually 1 actual target on goal because the other one was a deflection that's actually ended up in the goal.
I saw it, bro. Like, listen, I don't even know where we're going from here. Like,
no. Eminence, this is, you see, Tuesday is going to be a very monumental day.
Nah, forget Tuesday, bro.
No. Hold on.
We're getting beat up at Tuesday.
If we expect what to happen on Tuesday, we go out on Tuesday, the future looks bleak. Because for me, I just need confirmation. Let's see full confirmation. Full confirmation on Tuesday, then things get bleak.
So you still have hope.
If you look at our fixtures in the Premier League, Chelsea could be in a relegation battle in the next few weeks.
I was going to ask the question, like,
but you have Forest. You will beat Forest.
Forget Forest. I'm telling you, forget Forest. Let's just pull up the fixtures. Tell me what game
you will beat Bournemouth.
Tell me the game we're winning.
Didn't Bournemouth just beat Spurs
from
today?
This fixture, from this run now?
Oh yeah.
What game are we winning?
Didn't Bournemouth beat Spurs today just while Chelsea losing to Brighton?
Yeah, they did.
They did. How come
so you
Chelsea
got Arsenal and Brentford back to back, and then you got Man City and Newcastle back to back.
We're not winning any game.
Everton are only 12 points.
Wait.
We're not winning any game.
Bournemouth went to Spurs, beat them, but you want me to believe that Chelsea are going to go to Bournemouth and beat them?
Like, we're not beating Forest. We're not beating Forest. Forget Forest. We're not beating Forest. Chelsea are not winning any game. I'm being dead serious, bro. Look at it. Look at the fixtures. You might laugh. It's not funny, you know.
Wait. How long before Frank returns to Merseyside and plays Everton?
This shit. He's better laugh.
That might be an important game. That one.
Like, all we need is a point. All we need is we need a point from the last 5 games. All we need is a point. So
you should have hired Big Sam for this job.
I feel bad for you, Hitchy. You know you're gonna watch the Real Madrid game, innit? You're gonna watch it.
He is.
He still has hope, by the way. He still has hope.
He has to make money somewhere.
Wow.
Jamal, that's messed up. Jamal, that's really messed up. Jamal, that's really messed up. Jamal, you didn't have to go there. Jamal, that's messed up, man.
Make your money, man. Make your money.
Keyman, talk to me, man. Let's get to the Chelsea guys first before you other guys. Keyman, talk to me, man.
A seagull. You know what a seagull is, HH? A bird with webbed feet.
Yeah, I think I
We're
was
losing-
in
we're losing.
animal class when that happened. Yep.
There's animal classes.
Why is it?
Keep on,
Why
let's
is
keep
it
going,
that
keep
when,
going, keep
when
What the
why
hell?
is it that when cocaine always plays in our midfield, it seems like a war zone, bodies everywhere, players don't know what to do. Why? Man, I felt happy at the beginning. I said maybe we might win 1-0. I can't believe we scored. But then, my God, how? Is it that the Brighton are this good, or
Okay,
is it
guys.
that we're this
Okay,
bad?
look. Okay, hold up, guys. I meant biology. I know, not animal class. Biology. Sorry, biology. Sorry.
Bro,
Keep
did
on,
you go like
continue.
Hogwarts or something, bro?
Keep on, continue. Continue.
You know the weirdest thing is we draw 1-1. Why do you bring in so many attackers? Why do you take out the defenders? Why not try?
And he didn't bring on a striker, you know. He didn't bring on a back.
He didn't bring out a striker. That's the weird thing. Just bring in Mount. Bring in.
You know.
Man, it is bad. It is bad.
Okay, man, I said it on this space. Sorry to cut you short. I said it to HH. Frank Lampard needs to in our country, we call it, I'll use my language, Agbe. You need to go back to Africa and go and study agricultural science. I swear to God. Or you need to go back to Africa.
But that's why I said no.
farming.
I said that Lampard has to retire from management. Like after this stint and so forth, because you know that he's still looking for the job. Because Lampard said that, we don't not anything is confirmed, so maybe I could still get the whole thing. So Lamps, if you don't pull off a miracle on Tuesday, that's it. You see, if you don't pull off a miracle on Tuesday,
you still
Lampard
think he
should
can get
retire
the
from
job?
management.
I said
You
something
still think
on
he can get
my-
this job?
wait. I said something on my stream where people fail to understand. I said it. There is a reason, that John Terry stepped away from becoming the manager or the assistant coach, because there is egos in this boardroom. If you look at the last interview Johnny B. Mikel said, he said it when during even Lampard playing time, he never had a connection with the other playing. He just want to do things in his own way, and they left it to do things in his own way. So there's a reason John Terry, the club captain, is stepping away and saying, no, I'm not coaching Chelsea or being the assistant, because there's going to be a clash between Lampard and Terry. If Terry is telling Lampard, the way you are playing is not good enough for Chelsea, this is not Chelsea level, they will fight. And if two legends are fighting, how can the player step in? So I'm happy that Terry is not even taking over. I don't think him to step away.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me get this Joseph.
Wait,
I want to come around to everyone. Okay, Kimman, finish your points and I want to come around to everyone else.
Yes. Okay. I wanted to ask one question. What do you guys find worse, the first or second half? What was worse?
The first half.
Yeah, the first was bad.
The first half, like second half. No, they were both bad. The first half was nasty.
Nah,
Like
first half could have been 5-6, bro.
yeah, like no.
Yeah.
First half, Brighton totally dominated completely. Like Brighton completely control. Like that. All Chelsea did in the first half was get to the goal. That's all they did. Like literally, the only thing Chelsea did positive was get that goal. Brighton dominated the entire 45.
I can't watch championship football, man. I cannot watch championship football, man.
Okay, K-Man. I don't think I'm tempting Fati and so forth. Chelsea can't get relegated. Chelsea, like for me, like
Oh my God.
realistically, all jokes apart. Now, Chelsea could finish 14th, 15th, 16th, based on these teams and so forth, and those teams below. It is. I know how fun it will be and everything. Chelsea can't get relegated.
So,
but here, put that to one
Speak
side.
the truth, Richard. Speak the truth.
Forget about whole relegation. Chelsea finishing in 13th or 14th, spending 600 million. That's beyond disgraceful. Like there is not a word for where Chelsea are currently after spending 600 million. A word doesn't exist. This is new ground. Chelsea have broken new ground in being complete losers. Let me get this done. I want to go around to everyone. Zoateng TV. I know why Chelsea don't hire a manager. It's because a guy in Rome will be returning next season. Jose can't leave Rome amid season like that. Jose lives. Now, I mean, look, it's between Nagelsmann, because Nagelsmann he's apparently liked by the higher ups. So Nagelsmann, I think, is quite close. It's between Nagelsmann and Enrique. It's between them both. Although Jose third time around, I ain't against him, man. Wink. I'll see you guys next season. I'm moving to, and you see, if you're a B-ball fan, this is the perfect time to move because the playoff starts today.
The player starts today.
So, bro, for me, at least I have I have something to divert my attention to. At least I can. At least because
Yeah,
football
but
right now,
HH,
it
your
just
Magic
hate.
didn't even make the playoffs.
Mike, I'm a sports fan, man. Okay, I put on my sports stats. Look, it is what it is. No, Magic, they're horrible. They've always been horrible. Danny Henkel, 3 games, 3 losses, 1 goal scored, 5 goals conceded. Shout out Super. Oh, is this his? Oh, this is his record.
Yeah, 3 L's, 3 L's.
Oh,
But he's proper Chelsea. He's proper Chelsea, by the way.
What show will he be watching midweeks next year? Oh wow! No, nothing.
It's a good question.
Because Conference League is 7th or 8th. Is it 7th?
7.
Oh, basically, see, the only good thing about this whole thing is I don't have to deal with Conference League, at least. So at least because right now Conference League is gone.
You might have to cover the Championship though. So
That's the only. And the thing is, championship teams.
Go like that too.
I said, Todd, you're lying. Don't tell me you're lying.
I saw.
You're lying. No. I don't know. I saw them shout to him. Please, if Todd is actually arguing back, then I'm done.
There's fours.
I'm done.
There's fours
I'm
on
done.
Twitter.
If Todd Bowley is actually responding to fans
There's
and engaging in
fours on
arguments,
Twitter.
I'm done.
I've seen
I'm
fours,
done.
man.
Ralph, I'm done. Okay, 14 UCLs. Shout out to Brighton for giving a chance to kids from the barrio to dunk on trust fund sports brats. BVB equals sports. Nagelsmann is smiling right now. So, guys, he's 19 from Paraguay. 19 years old.
Don't worry, I'll speak on him.
19
Yeah, he looks
years old.
good, man. He looks
That
good.
guy is out. Bro, even before the goal, I told you, I test. You see, stats mentions will be like, oh, he scored. I just mentioned it. Forget the goal. Just his confidence on the ball. Bro, a 19-year-old was the best player on that pitch.
So Chelsea,
With all the money that Chelsea you've scored, a 19-year-old from Paraguay came on and was the best player on that entire pitch. Mike, talk to me about this. Mike, this is bad, man. See, Mike. Do you know that you know Chelsea are really good at holding beer? Because this should be about your club. Like you and Sam should be center stage. But you know what it is? Chelsea, we are very charitable like that. We're very charitable people. So we'll continue.
Look, Jez, I mean, HH, I'm not going to clown you. I'll let other guys do that. I'd rather talk about Brighton. Because Brighton are a model for what every football club, when you don't have a lot of money, is what you do. They signed this kid, Julio Enciso, from Libertad, and he's 18 years old for like 5 or 6 million. They signed Moises Caicedo for 5 million. They signed Purvis from Villarreal for 10 or 15 million. This is how you do business. You don't do like Chelsea, 80 million there, 120 million there, 80 million there,
Why?
12 million loan,
Preach.
60 million manager.
Preach.
You don't do that.
Preach.
Brighton are the model that every football club should aspire.
It's
It's
about scouting. Sorry,
Exactly.
Mike, continue.
No, you're good. So this is the problem. If Brighton didn't get screwed over last weekend by Tottenham, Brighton could have a shot at top 4, genuinely. And if they had gone top 4, all of their players would have probably stayed for one season in the Champions League. McAllister, Caicedo.
They're getting ripped in the summer.
They are going to
tough after the summer.
if they don't get top 4, all those players are going to leave, which I feel really bad for them. But they are just they whooped your ass. It wasn't just a beat. They whooped your
It was
ass.
bad. Yes.
It should have been 4-0 by halftime. And I know this because Brighton dunked on my team. And Matoma, he sent Gomez to the adoption center.
Yeah.
So I understand what the Seagulls provide, and they ain't no joke. So Manchester United in that semi-final for FA Cup, watch out, because if you got no center backs, because Lisandro's out for the season, it's not looking good. So shout out to Brighton, shout out to Dortmund being butlers, shout out to Spurs losing in the final minute, shout out to Bayern drawing with Hoffenheim. Bro, I don't know what the hell's happening in football today.
And also shout out to Haaland, who's now on 31.
Yeah, they just took the 2-0 lead. Manchester are going to win 6-0
Wait, so you're
easily.
saying that Erling Haaland has the same amount of goals as Chelsea have games in the PL? Is that where we are?
That's disrespectful.
YSK, talk to me.
Could you bring on my AV, please?
Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna ban that word from being said. Can you bring up my AV, please? I'm gonna ban that word from being said.
That's actually a phrase, not a word. The last
time... No, you're lying. YSK, you're lying, man.
The last time a guy brought up God and football on this channel, United actually fell all the way down. it couldn't actually get worse than before. This guy HH said that the football gods were showing Chelsea mercy. Now, 15 minutes later, they scored the second G. HH, your team at home got tactically re-recognized,
yes,
and just ripped apart by a guy in a Primark white vest. I've never even heard of this dude before.
And with spiked up hair, with also you know how you spike up your hair in school when you're like a teenager. That's what he did.
He's got a haircut that was probably went out of fashion about 10 years ago. He's wearing a long sleeve Primark vest.
You guys got old. His hairstyle was in fashion when I was a teenager. That was like the cool hairstyle and so forth. So
yeah, they used to ride horses back then as well. So there was a
okay, like let's just focus on the game. Leave me alone. Leave me out of this, man.
HH, could this guy get sacked twice? Surely he can't get sacked twice. Like HH, if he gets sacked twice, he has to go down as the worst manager of all time. Like he has to go down as the worst manager of all time. You know, it could get that
you know what? No, Waiske, if these performances persist, you could make a strong argument that I think you have to sack him. like I know that there's nothing to play for, but because you're actually making the situation even worse for the next guy to come in.
Wait,
because by the time Lampard is done with his dudes, then it could be unsalvageable. That's my worry. But if this team limps their way to the end of the season, it's come where you now need literally like 5-6 months just to totally restructure the mentality of this entire team.
Either the streets or the panel. It has any interim manager been sacked? Like, have they been sacked before the interim period ended?
I was going to ask,
I don't think so.
Who was that former Sky Sports guy, the host, who tweeted out that Frank Lampard should be given the permanent job?
Oh, what's his name? Richard Keys.
Yeah. Oh. See, this is the problem. Nobody in Europe respects Brits for this when it comes to football. You're going to tell me to give this guy the job? For what? I'd rather get a roadman from Asunción or Buenos Aires to manage than Frank Lampard. Come on.
See, guys, maybe I think we may have to talk about this later tonight. I'm going to bring this up again. We have to have a serious conversation about English managers. Nobody wants to have this conversation, and so
except Eddie Howe.
No, but that's an anomaly. See, what's it called? Italy, Germany. It's a conveyor belt.
Spain.
Spain. Like ever since I've been watching football. See, Portugal sort of came through, but since I began watching football, Italy, Germany, Netherlands. It's a conveyor belt. You can name guys. England, Robson, Howe, Venables, and that's it. Like. It's like you could just name on one hand the ones that are quality. Because I'm like, bro, because my thing is, because to Mike's point, Potter with Brighton was good. The footballer I saw today was ridiculous. Because see, what I saw was, oh no, this is coaching. This isn't. I mean, this
100% agree.
This is like one touch, first control. When to control the ball, your head up, timing your runs, always options, picking the right options. The runs being made. This is where you can say, okay, on the training ground, they have trained. This is just drills. And at Chelsea, because see, with Potter, my thing with Potter is that you have to be sacked. But bro, those players, it's now, with Potter, it's the recruitment, and Potter, you don't have the experience to somehow just do good. But you can see something there. For Lampard, it's been a mess.
No, but
it's been a mess.
Don't tell Rory Jennings that, HH.
I
was going to say, don't tell Rory Jennings that, because he'll keep praising this guy to the end.
If it was up to Rory, if it was up to Rory, he would have already given Lampard the permanent deal.
Yeah. We know this.
Why is K? If Rory was in charge of Chelsea, I think Chelsea would be a League One side.
For sure.
They'd be battling it out with Leighton Orient and these guys.
Mike, you're laughing. There are fans out there where it's not about Chelsea's success. It's about an agenda. As long as certain people are there and so forth, win, lose or draw, we ride with Chelsea. Like I told you, do you know, not one of these hardcore Chelsea fans will say, players are bad, body bad, but Lampard, what the hell are you doing? Lampard will take no blame. I'm sorry, the coaching is trash. This team has, because I'm sorry, I can't be the only one who says that. No, it's this team have gotten worse from Potter. You can actually see how it has declined. Okay, wait, hold on. No, I'll come to other guys before. Okay, let me come to Jamal and I'll come to RDS and Sam. Jamal.
Man, I don't know what to say anymore. I was gonna cook you guys, but there's nothing to cook. The food is already burnt.
It's already burnt. It's already done.
Yeah, man. I mean, I mean, bro, it's vibes. This Lampard guy, but if it's vibes, you're Nigerian. Can you not get Burna Boy and Wizkid to play up front? If you're doing vibes, go all the way vibes. Yeah, because But I want to talk about Brighton as well. You see McTominay, he has a degree for a reason, guys. You know he has a dribbling degree. Bro,
it shows. It shows.
it's mad. But I think the three guys are McTominay, Caicedo, and McAllister. Did you spend that money on the wrong Argentine? Because bro, McAllister,
he's not Argentinian, he's Scottish. Respect Scottish football.
and you see that 18-year-old or 19-year-old, he's more Brazilian than Richarlison. I'm gonna say that. I know he's Paraguayan, but he's more Brazilian than Richarlison.
He is.
And you're not gonna get relegated, guys. I know we're laughing and it's all at you, but Chelsea are not gonna get relegated. But not because Chelsea are gonna win games. It's because the bottom three are that bad.
No.
They're not gonna win enough games.
Yeah. Oh, no. Chelsea will still be trash, but other guys will just be more trash. So not by virtue of Chelsea winning games, no. Just by virtue of other guys just being worse. So,
but I pray for Tuesday, man. I know your hope, but the thing is, the bridge is not a fortress. When was the last big game you had at the bridge in a UCL night? Can you name one? Maybe Barcelona 1-0?
Dortmund, maybe.
Dortmund. Is that a UCL night at the bridge?
Wait, who said Dortmund? Who said
Eminence?
That's a brick. That's a brick.
Yeah, no, that's a brick.
The last one I could think of
that's a brick. That's a brick.
The Napoli game. Do you remember the Napoli game?
Oh yeah, Napoli. Yeah.
I'm joking, man.
Oh.
Reset for next season, man. I think this season they scrap it and make your money. That's all I gotta say.
No.
So at least that's a good thing.
Man.
Make your money.
Just enjoy this time.
RDS, talk to me, man. RDS, talk to me.
It's interesting because I think in the pre-match space, you were saying that you were questioning me as to why I was confident that you were going to lose this game. It's almost like you felt that you genuinely believed that Chelsea were going to get something from this against Brighton. I hope watching the 90 minutes, you saw how totally and completely crap Chelsea FC have been this season compared to an organised, well-functioned team that have spent considerably less money on the players that they've acquired this season. Case in point, Brighton. And as you said with the eye test, the scouting department of Brighton have been second to none. For some reason, Bowley thinks that spending 100 million on Mudryk, spending 50 million on loan fee for João Felix, and Aubameyang, who is nowhere to be seen, and that was good business. Now, all those three players that I named combined still have less goals than Danny Welbeck at Brighton this season. Now that's quite concerning if you're a Chelsea fan. that with the amount of investment that you a United reject in quote, because he's actually doing okay Welbeck this season. 150, and you can't score more or assist more than a United reject. Because actually I'm almost one, by the way, Jay.
Right, he's presenting.
He's not a United reject, man.
He's not. So listen.
Are you at work, Red Devil? Are you at work?
He's at work.
Obviously. No. That's what the joke is. Obviously, he obviously can't speak too much on everything. So.
Gotta be those patients, So, but at the end of the day, guys.
RDS, can I give one stat quickly?
Yeah, go on, Mike.
Because I'll help you out because I can speak loud. Mudryk has the most assists for Chelsea this season. 2 assists.
Wow.
But say that's critical. That makes no sense, though. How is that possible, though?
No, it's true.
He
It's
has
true.
two.
I thought that was
He has
his
2
change. I thought
assists.
it
He's
was-
your top
He's
assister
changed,
this season.
Wait,
Nah, your
Ima
club.
Enzo,
Wait, so
too,
Mike, you're
Enzo
telling me
too.
that like Chelsea spent 50 million each on each assist?
Wow.
That's what.
The assist stats,
Wait,
man, is heavy.
the Chelsea guys in here. Why did your fan base give Nzonzi a round of applause when he came off the pitch?
He's a World Cup winner, bro. That's why.
Strange. Can I?
Oh,
can I
Was
just,
Jorginho that
Guys,
bad?
guys,
Really?
guys,
Was Jorginho that bad?
Hold
can I
on.
just,
Honestly,
can I
this
just
is
finish
this
my
this is
on a
it. This
point
is
there?
it now.
Let me finish on a point.
See,
Just
see,
around the club,
why
because
is
I'll let
this
you
is it
speak.
for
I
me?
can't speak a lot anyway.
Okay.
I think the concerning thing for me, for a Chelsea fan, and I guess it's more for the match-going fans, is that Chelsea are 11th. They're playing really bad football. It's been a terrible season, and yet I didn't hear any booing in the stadium. I didn't hear any aggression. I didn't hear. I'm like, there's been no, as bad as United have been since Sir Alex Ferguson. We've never finished less than 6th in the league. We always qualified some form of European football. Chelsea are 11th after spending
Alan scored again. 3-0.
with 3 managers in a season, and the match-going fans like, yeah, and it's like, that's concerning. Chelsea is supposed to be a big club, and yet you. So my concern is going forward, because you guys are assuming that new manager, it's going to be okay, it's boom, yeah, great. Next season we're going to go. Is there not a concern that Chelsea fans, as well as the players, are like, actually, the fans are happy with this level of mediocrity? They're okay, they're fine with this level of mediocrity at Chelsea Football Club.
No. As long as the right manager is in charge. You see, which is why what Bully did, it was very sick what they did. If a foreign manager was in charge, or a manager who wasn't like a previous player, they'd be booing. Where was there not any booing? It's Lampard. And it's Lampard at Chelsea, and he's loved and so forth. So let's get back to it. Because trust me, if Potter was still in charge or someone else, there'll be huge boos.
No, but the point being, because of how long this is going on for, like players, managers, the fan, you get used to a certain type of level of like, it's like over time, as a United fan, okay, we're now not used to the fact that we're not competing for the title every single season. So after a certain amount of time, you eventually get acclimatized to what you see, because you're seeing it week in, week out. And the reality is that this performance at Chelsea was, as you said, the worst performance that Chelsea have had potential season. So that in itself should be enough of a reason to be like, this is garbage, boo. But that didn't happen. Why? Because the fans were acclimatized to seeing this type of performance. And the concern is that they go into next season still expecting this type of performance. The players themselves don't have the mentality to actually be better. What happens when it goes wrong for Enrique or Nagelsmann? What happens when because eventually they'll get a bad run. Then what?
No, wait, hold on, you're lying. Is Haaland on a 3-piece? You're lying.
Yeah, he is.
No, is he on 3? Will he break the record then?
Yeah,
he's
I think he breaks the record.
tied the record.
No, he's equaled it, I think.
Yeah, he's scoring
I
Mohamed
told
Salah
you about
record.
the Earl, man. I told you about the Earl.
The record-
Respect it.
Look, look, artists, where do we go from here, man? Where do we go from here?
I asked the question again. Do you think that Chelsea, because when do you think Chelsea are going to win again next? Because I saw Bournemouth with HH in Duck Spurs, by the way.
Oh yes,
in Duck Spurs. I'll tell people tonight.
Spurs, man.
I was like, you guys told me I should fear top 4, and you said the rival was Spurs. I was laughing. You were bantering. Oh, we lost to Newcastle. Blah blah blah. Like, but it's Spurs at 5th. You want me to fear Spurs? Come on.
But very quickly, Red Devil, as bad as Chelsea are, Spurs are something else, man. I mean, I'd still rather be a Chelsea fan than a Spurs fan, man. I mean, these guys, man.
No,
this is like normal to them.
HH induct Dortmund as well, bro. They had a 2-0 lead, red card, and drew 3-3.
No, it's ridiculous. Like for me, like, don't even get me. Hence why, like, when Eminem said that, a big game against Dortmund, I said, no, don't call the game against Dortmund a big game.
And we need to induct 3 teams. That we need to induct Chelsea officially into at least Class C, maybe Class B. Dortmund need to potentially go into Class A at this rate, and Spurs should be at least in Class C. We need to, that should at least be the opening when you start your show on the Saturday Night Hangout, HH. So
okay, guys. Okay, hold on. Please tell me it's not 5-0.
No, it's 3-0.
It's 3-0. It's 3-0.
Okay, 3-0.
It's gonna be 7-0 though today.
Okay, cool. Okay, someone just going crazy. All right, let me. Sam, talk to me, bro.
How do I start this?
You can
Chelsea
start
are
by
finished.
saying that it should have been you. It should have been your club. It should be your club this season. You should have been the thing of the season.
Do you know it? Do you know what it is? I was looking at the season and I was thinking, there's no way a team can be as bad or worse than Liverpool. And then in steps Chelsea. In steps Chelsea. Ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea are 11th. You actually have to scroll down on the table to find them. Literally, you have to scroll down the table.
Sam,
word.
they've been scrolling down. Now they got to scroll further.
No, do you know what it is?
Yeah,
Do you know when
minus three.
Do you know when
Sam,
screens
you know it's bad when you can't actually see the teams in the Champions League. That's what
Lord, man.
I mean that magic number 40, just to stay safe. Yeah, you haven't reached 40 yet. I don't know where you're gonna get your next win from. The best possible thing I would say is getting a draw against Nottingham Forest, but I'm not even too sure about that. But I don't want to really talk about Chelsea too much. I want to talk about Brighton. I feel like Brighton are the new Southampton. And when I say the new Southampton, remember Southampton, all those years, used to their scouting was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And Liverpool were raiding them. But I feel like this is Brighton this year. Brighton, not this year, but for the past couple of years, Brighton's scouting has been absolutely brilliant. The way they play football is brilliant. They lost their manager in Potter, and they carried on, and they've even gone better, possibly trying to get a Champions League spot. I think they will get a Europa League spot. I don't believe anything catastrophic will happen to them in this season. I do believe they will get a Europa League spot there, but they're absolutely brilliant. So well done to Southampton. I saw the stat in the first half they had like about 63% possession, or was it higher than that?
You know, I think it's at halftime it was like 66% at halftime.
Yeah, and it's like, oh well, Brighton are at their stadium. No, Chelsea were at their stadium. It was Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, that
is poor. I mean, for Chelsea, you spent 600 million and you're 11th. Can we actually?
Sam, it's the worst season. No, Sam, this is the worst. This is the worst season of any club before, because there's never been a club that has spent this much and been 11th before. It's never happened before. This is new ground. This has never happened in club football ever before. Never. Of this much spent, and this is where you are in your league.
And never. The thing is, when it comes to it, when you think about it, it doesn't make sense. Like literally, it defies all logic. You should be spending that much to. Not even, you don't even have to get better, but just stay at the spot. You lot were 8th out of points. Just stay at that spot. You lot have.
Sam. Do you take this point? Right? Do you take this point? Just scroll up the table just a little bit. Scroll up the table just to the top 6. Now, just for those who don't know, when Steven Gerrard left Aston Villa, Villa were in 18th place and Chelsea were actually in 6th position. Villa right now are in 6th place. Shout out to Unai Emery, by the way. Fantastic win against Newcastle, played very well. And we have to scroll back down to see where Chelsea are. That's mad.
I mean, like
Villa in relegation fodder, now Villa is 6th. And Chelsea, which is where Chelsea were, are now in 11th place. HH, can you explain how that's even possible?
well, therapists, doctor, therapist, RDS man. I don't know. no, but basically, it's not like no. This is it's an L. It's an L. Like Chelsea are living a nightmare. This is a complete and total and utter nightmare, because Chelsea are breaking new ground in just being complete losers, because to spend this much and be 11th is it's mad.
Would you rather Emery over Potter?
Oh no, you see, if that was my choice, hell yes, Emery. If I had to choose between both of them, of course Emery, because I know he has better experience than Potter.
Okay.
Can I just speak on one more thing?
Oh,
yeah. I just want to speak on one more thing. Lampard. I think it's getting to a point where this is not absurdity. This is not stupidness. This is where you start saying that you're a fool. How do you get sacked from a job, want to come back because you were so crap at another job at Everton, come back to Chelsea, and they were about 10th, 8th, 10th, and now they're 11th. As other people were saying, this might be the first guy to ever get sacked from an intern job.
Bro. Okay, wait,
Lampard.
So let's continue. No. If we're being real, he should be like. It's so bad right now, and it's progressively getting worse. He should be sacked. Like come Tuesday, if Real Madrid get the job done and so forth, I'm like, do you want to leave this guy in charge for the rest of the season because he could just damage these guys beyond repair? Because you have to lift these guys up.
He was hired to steady the ship.
Yes. No. Sam, he was hired to
sinking the ship.
No, Sam, he was hired to improve things and just steady things. The ship was wobbling under Potter. Right now, it's saying what's up to the Titanic. Right now, it's saying what's up to the Titanic.
The ship is sunk.
I mean, shout out to HH. Some of your Chelsea fans already got titled videos Chelsea are getting relegated.
Wow.
I wish.
Look, it's as the kids would say, it's peak. As the kids would say, it's peak. So because I want to hear from Matt real quick and then some of the guys. Let me just hit this doors and I'll come to you, Matt. Shout out to Seniak. Thank God for the Lakers. See you in August. No, guys are moving sports right now. Guys are switching sports right now. Shout out to you, man. Nigerian Football Association, HH. This is what happens when you freelance for a managerial position. Hashtag brothel and the bridge. Chelsea looks like they can't score with a prepaid hooker. Jesus. Just end the season, sell the deadwood, and bring Enrique. Striker, CDM, and goalkeeper. We move next season. Look, I mean, but I'm sorry, I can't go beyond the facts of who in their right mind would hire Lampard. Who in their right mind would hire? See, forget the whole legend thing. See, this is why don't take advice from professional clowns. Because a professional clown will say, yes, hire a guy who's been sacked twice from the same job. That's what a clown would tell you. So, yeah, for me, look, this season just like it's a wash. It's a wash. Like, let's see what happens on Tuesday, and then you start to have to move on from this. But it's been a wash.
Also, HH, I mean, Lampard has a lot of friends in the British media. And they're all going to back him and say, it's a brilliant hire. He's going to help steady the ship.
But Mike, what will they say now? It's the players.
No, it's the players. It's Bowley. It's this and that. That's going to be the excuse. It's not about tactics.
Yeah, they're already saying it.
Yeah. Complete idiots, man. Golden boot race. Haaland 31, or is it no? It's 32 now.
No, Gatlock updated it. He sent another one.
Okay, and Chelsea 30, Kane 23. Okay, yeah. Haaland 32, Chelsea 30. Look. Okay. The record is 34 with Salah. Is it 34 or 32?
No, it's 32.
Okay, so he's equaled it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. What did Shearer get? Shearer got 34, but with more games, was it? Or
it was 34 with 42 games.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So the record is 32. It's right 32. Okay. Matt, talk to me, bro. Matt, talk to me, man.
Bro, I mean, I'm not gonna say. I want to go sleep, man. It's 3 a.m. I'm just gonna quickly say a couple of things, man. Just dip because, it's the same shit, man. HH. I was screaming it to these absolute delusional fans, but they don't want to listen. They don't want to listen to anyone. Where I said, bringing in Fat Frank will make us fucking worse. And they go, oh, how could we get worse? He came in this team. He got sacked. Why did he get sacked? Because he made the dressing room toxic. He was supposed to fix these players up. He's made them worse. Reece James was horrendous today. Chua was horrendous today. These players he's had and he signed and he brought up were fucking horrendous. This club is in shambles and these mediocre fans are accepting, and that's why I feel embarrassed. Because if all fans come together, like all fans came together, want Potter sacked, maybe there's a chance he'll get sacked. But if all these fans come together and fucking want Frank Lampard and they fucking want Mount to start all this shit, that's when our club fails. And now we've got a massive split in the fan base, and that's what you don't want to happen.
But how do we get through to those fans that Lampard is a bad manager?
No, you can't. There's no saving him. And Todd Bowley's unfortunate on that proper Chelsea train. He's just here for vibes. That guy's fucking clueless. That guy just, oh my god, I don't want to even get started because I hyped him up so much. I was so happy he joined. I was great. He knows he's got money. He's going to spend money, and then he distracts us with all his mistakes by spending 300 million in the summer, and that's what Chelsea fans forget about. Now, as I think Michael said before, I've seen Chelsea fans now, they're coming and they're blaming the players now. But the players, how can the players play when they've been under 4 different managers? I saw Enzo Fernandez at left back today for 25 minutes. I saw Zachariah at right wing. I saw Fofana playing more of a right wing position than Sterling did today. How are you blaming the players when these tactics are absolutely horrendous? Even though look at the last game, the Madrid game, we were all over the place, right? And even the last game before that, the Wolves game, every game we're getting worse. And I fucking told these Chelsea fans, you absolute delusional guys. I said we're going to get worse with Frank Lampard. And I was called clueless, delusional, I had no idea. Look at us now. Well, I will be shocked if we stay 11th. I think we'll keep going down, to be honest with you. I'll be honest with you.
No, for sure. No, look, I mean, relegation is stupid and everything, but 13th and 14th is realistic. 13th and 14th is very realistic now.
You keep on saying relegation is not going to happen, but you can't tell me when you're going to get points.
RDS.
Yeah, but the next teams are not going to win. Yeah.
RDS. Nottingham Forest and Leicester City, Nottingham Forest, Leeds. These guys are not winning games.
What you're saying is that you're not going to celebrate if Nottingham Forest beat us tomorrow. Because if they beat us tomorrow, then
you better get top 4. You're top 6 level.
No.
You better get top 4.
But how does this club move forward? From this shambles that we're in right now, how does this club move forward?
I'll
get a good manager.
The hypothetical one would be, to be honest with you, get rid of Todd Bowley. Because he's too involved. Now, the realistic one is you get a manager who can say to Todd Bowley, get the hell out of my way.
But how do you do that, though? How do you do that, though? Because he wants a yes man. Because how do you tell? Because the issue with billionaires and rich people is they have yes men around them. But how do you tell a billionaire that, look, don't get involved in this stuff. You don't know anything about this stuff. There's a reason why Tuchel said, no, I'm not signing this dude because I know what I'm doing. So how, because really, but I think your thing is the right thing where, bro, either you get rid of Bowley or we have to now suffer and hope that he somehow course corrects like how Kroenke has with Arsenal.
He firstly needs to just get out of football, and here's the thing for me, is that if all the fans, is that all the fans need to come together and realize that. And once the fans come and realize that, and if nothing's changing, and if, as you said, if he doesn't become that Kroenke 2.0 and stay in his private jet in fucking LA and just spend money when the manager wants it, then it'll work out. That's fine. But if he's going to keep getting involved in football, we're going to keep declining. That's why Enrique, I think, is the only manager who's like for like to come and demand what he wants. And if the manager's getting the results, right, the owner's not going to look at you and go, oh, don't talk up to me. No, if you're getting the results, the manager will back you, right? So just get the results, because I think he is still crying on that mistake he made with Tuchel. I can see it in his face right now. He should never, ever, ever sack Tuchel. And I'm telling you right now, he will never make that mistake again. So if you get the results and you demand what you want, the owners will not look at you.
But just very quickly,
yeah, Jamal.
No, very quick. Yeah, I want to say, you guys are saying Enrique. You know, if Enrique comes, you know you need to spend the next 200 million because this is not his players.
Yeah. Oh, no,
you cannot
FFP. We can't.
Oh, yeah.
No, see, that's why I said that Chelsea are screwed. Because if you bring in Enrique is like, I can't work with these players. I need different players. But I'm sorry, you can't spend another $100 million to FFP. So any manager who can come in, you've got to work with this bulk of players with maybe 2 or 3 more. You can't have 5 or 6 more coming through because of FFP.
Gallagher playing total football.
Gallagher's fucking absolutely useless, bro. I don't know today. Did you see HH? I don't know if you saw on Twitter that people were celebrating that Gallagher goal. The guy didn't even fucking score it. He deflected it off Dunk's foot.
It just shows outside Kaiser. The ball he shot bottom right. It's deflected so much. It went bottom left. Hence why the keeper was fully ready to left because that's where it was going. And I told you, That ain't his goal. You can't claim that as a goal. That's an own
But
goal.
he gets it, H. He gets it. He's a passion merchant. He gets
He
it.
gets it.
Okay.
It's cardio
Gallagher,
man.
Let me come. I'll come to you. Okay, let me come to Guled.
Guys,
Talk to me.
I'm off. I'm gonna watch the playoffs now.
All right. Yeah, sorry, Shadow. Guled, talk to me. Guled, talk to me.
Good evening, HH man. Big up to the guys in the panel.
Yo.
Man, first of all, I just want to thank Abdullah for what he said. Because I completely agree. I mean, I'm fasting. Thank God I didn't go to the game today. Alhamdulillah. Thank God I didn't go. I didn't waste my joints, my cartilages to come and watch this nonsense of a football. And to be honest with you, HH, for me, because I'm sick and tired of getting abused by people that are just sentimental idiots. Matt is right. We have a lot of ideological NPCs that support this club and believe that this club's going to move forward with this kind of mentality. They're literally avatars that can string a few sentences together, and they call themselves football fans. So me personally, HH, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised we're in this situation. And may it continue. I know it's going to hurt to say this, but sometimes for idiots to understand, they have to touch fire. And the only way they're going to touch fire is when they see this kind of nonsense every single day, day in, day out. Kepa had the most touches in the game today. Shout out to Kepa. Shout out to Kepa. And look at our front. Yeah, look at our front line, HH. We didn't have a striker. You remember I said to you, and I said it, I think, in Abdullah's stream, I said, I guarantee you any money with the nonsense that Raheem Sterling, the performance he dropped against Real Madrid, he's going to start him today. And he started him today. And we saw Hakim Ziyech after, I would say, eons. So shout out to Hakim Ziyech. But me personally, man, I saw certain banners in Chelsea today when I was watching the game. And it said, Super Frank Lampard is back. I think you guys saw it as well. Yeah.
And good at that is the problem. Because, see, we are dealing with fans who, they are stupid. They are stupid. And these fans, they're not here for Chelsea's success. No. They're just here for a particular agenda. As long as an agenda is met and the players that are proper Chelsea are in charge, we lose or draw, they don't care. So they're not about footballing quality. Whoever you are, it doesn't matter what you've done as a player. This is about Chelsea winning and Chelsea being at their best. For these guys, that's not an issue. So, because, Guled, you saw that game. That was coaching. Because insult Potter all you want. I have never seen Chelsea outplayed like that for as long as I've been supporting Chelsea. Never in my life.
HH, first half, the possession was 66%. He was right. Second half was 70%. That says it all. And the only person that had, I think, more shots on target today was Mudryk for some strange reason. You know? So this shows you where we are. We cannot mix a legend who played in years where some of the people that come on streams were not even born, and compare that in terms of coaching. That time is behind us. We cannot go back and change times. That is gone. You did what you did as a player. Thank you. Now keep it moving. Go find a new hustle to keep your family afloat. No problem. But when it comes to coaching, I don't want to see anybody called Frank. Frank de Boer, we saw what he did. Frank Lampard, we saw what he did. The only place that the name Frank belongs in terms of management is Frankfurters, with all due respect. I don't want to see nothing that compares managers with the name Frank, because I'm going to start getting PTSD. But for what I saw from Chelsea today, may it continue. This guy, man, you know I'm fasting, I have to control myself, but this guy had the audacity, the egotistical audacity, I would say, to bench players for Real Madrid as if he's going to play a final. And we are in 11th position.
Guled, call him delusional, call him mad. Lampard really believes that he can keep this job. And in Lampard's view, he knows that Tuesday is basically, he knows that because Lampard, he wants this job because we are dealing with a guy who is delusional, because Lampard, in his delusionment, feels that he was unfairly sacked, feels that he should be given more time, and now he feels that this is unfair. And also, it doesn't help when your cousin on TV is saying that you're back for unfinished business. That doesn't help as well.
Yeah, who fuels it? It's the fans and it's the media.
Yeah,
It's the media and the fans.
no.
I said it.
No,
Yeah.
because someone needs to tell Lampard that you're a great player. Management ain't for you. It just isn't for you. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. So why do you keep trying at something that you're clearly not good at? Because you've been sacked twice, and after the recent, let's be real, it should be 3 sackings. He should be sacked now already. It should be 3 sackings because just that he can't because of injury, but really you should be sacked three times. It's just that because this season is a wash, you can pretty much vibe out.
But HH are like I'm so confused. He's a caretaker manager, right?
Yes.
So why would so what's the fuss about? He's gonna be gone in the summer.
Nemo, the fuss is you're making players even worse. So you don't want a situation where the new manager coming in, you now even have a greater job to now remove the crapness that has happened with the players. Because if you're now making these guys worse, their confidence is even worse, their performances have become even worse, it makes the job of the new manager even harder.
No, because it's not like he's not gonna. So once the rest of the league games are done, he's gone, right? He's only coming in just to. He's not coming in to, I guess, like get you guys winning or anything. It was literally
but Nemo, my thing though is Nemo. This today was unacceptable.
Oh no!
It's unacceptable. I'm sorry, you can't lose like that. That's unacceptable. That's a disgrace.
Name me 3 teams that are better than Brighton right now this season.
Nemo, it doesn't matter. This is still Chelsea Football Club at home, and you can't get outplayed to that degree.
You gotta add context. You
No, Nemo, but at the end of the day, Nemo, I just saw Chelsea have their worst performance of all time. Of course, you can get beaten. You can lose and so forth. But it's another thing where you've just put forth the worst performance I've ever seen in my entire life.
At home
for Chelsea.
as well.
At home.
Doesn't matter, home, away. But the thing with Nemo, this is what a lot of Chelsea fans have accepted. It's only 9 games. These 9 games are the income to pre-season. These 9 games dictate, do we keep Joao Felix? Do we keep Zakaria? Do we sell Mount? Do we keep Mount? These 9 games are the most important games because we got to prepare for the pre-season. You got to prepare for pre-season on who leaves, who goes. And I'm sorry, I don't accept losers. I don't accept mediocrity. I accept my team to always win. I'm here watching 3 a.m. I expect them to win every game. So I don't take instant L's. For me, I would have either kept Potter or honestly, I'm fucking going to take a big Sam over Frank Lampard any day because at least it's improved some bit more than what Frank Lampard did. So I don't accept this mediocrity of 9 games. Oh, he's going to be gone soon. We need to win as many as we can. We spent 600 million and we're sitting at 12. You know how embarrassing that is?
Nemo, here's a better question to put in the context to back Matt's point. Do you actually remember the teams that you've actually beaten this season?
Do I?
Yeah.
Bournemouth is one of them. No.
You're such a hater, Devil, man.
No. Right. Let me come to so AK, Elias, and Nemo real quick so we can round off. So real quick, AK, Elias, and Nemo. AK, go for it real quick.
Was Potter really that bad? HH, do you know the difference between Potter and Lampard? With Potter, you were winning games on XG, but losing them. With Lampard, you are losing games on XG and losing them. I mean, this guy is another level of incompetence. I don't think I've seen it in a long time. And okay, Brighton, they're a very good team. You know, they have great scouting, great recruitment, a very good style of play. But HH, it's not just the fact that you got dominated at your home ground today. It's the fact that for the last 3 games, this guy was brought in to increase morale amongst the players. Morale doesn't look like it's increased. Morale looks like it's going down. You don't want these players who are on 8-year contracts to now go and lose confidence to the point where it's going to not take a new manager. It's going to take a new manager and 2-3 years for them to regain that confidence back. And can Chelsea afford to be 2-3 years not in the limelight, in obscurity like they are now? Because that's what this season is looking like it's going to be. This season, it might have long-lasting effects. So even if a Luis Enrique or a Julian Nagelsmann comes, are you sure that they're going to transform these players in one preseason? No. So that's the point of why you got Frank Lampard in the first place. The point is you have to get a guy that for these past 9 games establishes some sort of a dressing room culture, some sort of confidence in the dressing room where the players can go into the preseason and say, next season we have a chance. Next season, it's looking bleak. Next season, what are you going to do next season? Because you have FFP regulations, you have to sell a load of players, you don't know who you're buying, you don't know who your next manager is. Nagelsmann and Enrique may easily say, I don't want to go to that cesspit that is Chelsea right now. I'd rather go to Real Madrid. I'd rather go to some other clubs that have managerial, some other clubs that are leaving them, whose managers are leaving them. And that's the issue here. Todd Bowley has been absolutely, he's ruined this club. And you know what Todd Bowley and Iqbali said? They said, like, I think 1 month ago, they said that the previous board underachieved. After their winter transfer room, they said the previous board underachieved.
AK, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I know there's not enough time. Sorry, HH. But let's be completely honest. We need to go through this and worse for these people to wake up.
Yeah,
because it seems that logic is not part of their forte.
No, good. I don't think you know who we're dealing with. We're dealing with people who are coming from American sports. As long as Chelsea don't get relegated and people keep on buying the merchandise and keep on selling out to the stadium and so forth, what do they care? So for them, it's like, as long as, remember, for them, it's a business. This ain't Sheikh Mansour and Ramesh where, no, I want my team to win. I won because I'm a football fan. These guys, they're not football fans. They're not here to be like, I want them to win trophies. They're like, it's a business. Because that's why you'd hire a Lampard, because it's about vibes. It's all about vibes.
Point is, if it's about vibes, at least instill vibes. You don't even. It's not even vibes.
I know. Okay, hold on. Let's come to Ilias. Ilias talks to me, and then come to Nemo. Ilias.
Do you know what this situation reminds me of? This reminds me of the entire tenure of Bartomeu. Bartomeu at Barcelona. Bartomeu took the greatest team of all time and completely destroyed the club in just a thing he did in like an amount of years.
But Elias, this is worse though.
No. The only
Barca were never 11th.
No. If you look at the successes, like were failures in the Champions League and the leagues, the only thing that was covering all that up was Messi. Chelsea don't have a Messi. If Chelsea had a Messi, I guarantee you, Chelsea are not in the same position that they're in. That's the only difference. Because the same mistakes that Todd Bowley is repeating, Bartomeu has repeated. And this is why I'm just seeing parallels. Poor recruitment, poor spending, the managers hired. Just everything is a mess. And I said this in the January transfer window. When Enzo was signed, all these players were signed. Listen, because we signed all these players, it doesn't mean this team is going to work. What's the greater issue at hand? It's Todd Bowley, the leader at the club, the owner. He has to be responsible. He has to be competent at least. If you can't have a competent leader, how can you expect the club to be run in a competent way? And this is why I fear for Chelsea. Just because, why do you assume that this is the worst thing that's going to happen? Well,
wait, so it's going to get worse?
Possibly, yeah. Maybe next season, like you aren't going to get Champions League. You aren't even going to get the same thing is going to happen. Well, what's stopping next season from being the exact same? Well, what's the season after?
The same? The hope is, by some miracle, a manager that can work with these players and gets results with these players. A manager that can perform good, which ain't Lampard. So the hope is, hence why, as I was saying to Matt, you have to get a manager who can you get results from, assess the squad, look at these players. Can you get these players playing together and achieving results?
No, but the problem, HH, is that like you're not wrong. But the thing is, there has to be a level of, even with Tuchel, whatever you say, because to be fair, when Tuchel got sacked, you did say you wanted him to be sacked. So there's a difference between getting a manager to come and play that. But what's the consistency? Can they be consistent? okay, fine, maybe you bring in Nagelsmann and Enrique, and for maybe the first 8 months, he's cool. But then when they go for their run of bad form, as they inevitably do, what's going to happen? Is the club going to sack him again and find another manager? Are the players just going to continue to just down tools like they do with other coaches like done previously? Like, this is the thing. It's like, if ultimately the future of Chelsea is just like it was under Bram, which is just sack managers, give some time, sack the managers, that the coach lasts only 1 year and a bit, and that's it, they're never going to be able to be close to competing for a league ever again, because we already have like City, Liverpool, now Newcastle, Arsenal,
Look,
so on.
it's all about having hope. Actually, let me quickly get this because we've got to write up. Eddie Martin, do Chelsea beat Rotherham and Preston next season? Eddie, I'm not answering that question, bro. I'm not answering that. Rotimi Oyewole, English managers fail up. This is true. This is true. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to have a conversation maybe tonight. English managers. I'm sorry, bro. Zhao on that second goal, by the way, yes, he gave up and was super lazy. But this entire loss isn't on Zhao. But yes, Zhao was 100% partly to blame for that goal, for sure. Bowley, 100 mil. Look, AMT. Question: if Arsenal came in second and ended up 16 to 17 points above third, is it a bad season?
How is it a bad season?
No, that's not a bad season. How's it a bad season?
Good season.
Yeah, it's a good season. If Arsenal came in second and end up 16 to 17 points, no, that's not a bad season. But my thing is, if Arsenal don't do that, if Arsenal don't win, it's still a failure. Guys, I've got to be out of here. Guys, I'll see you guys tonight on the Hangout. Peace out.